Well, good day to you, family. Good day to you, family. Welcome back to the channel. Once again, I trust that you're doing well on today, and I wish above all things that you're prospering, that you're in great health, even as your soul prospers, because we know health is wealth. So I want you to be healthy, because if you can have all these funds that we're talking about, and you're not healthy, what good is it except for you just throwing it back into the medical system? If that's what you want to do, hey, be charitable in that. But I'm going to tell you, it's something about getting your life in order to the point where you're living spirit, soul, and body. Yes, spirit, soul, and body. And you're maxing out all three areas of your tripartite person. You're a spirit, you live inside of a physical body, and you possess a soul. That's your mind, your will, your emotions, your intellect, and all your intelligence. All right? So, family, listen at this. As you operate in that, just know that once again, we need to get to the point where you're paying yourself first. Do not wait until all your bills are paid. You need to get, especially if you're just coming out of the block. If you're coming out of the block, meaning that you're just coming into the workforce, you got to once again look for those avenues of approach to be able to max out. Pay yourself first. Okay, pay yourself first. You got a 401k plan, of course, you got PTSP, 403b, 457, things like that. You need to go ahead and do the max for what the company matches. If they give you up to 10% dollar for dollar, which there's very few that will do that, you need to do 10%, because that's 10% money. That's free money that they're giving you, but you got to do the matching part. You got to do the whatever the contributions part on your end, because if they match you up to 10%, you must do 10% at least. All right, because that's 10% free money that you're going to leave on the table if you don't. All right, then we talked about going into the IRA. You can do either Roth or traditional, just depends on what's comfortable for you. Now, we already talked about the dollar amounts. If you reach a certain level, you can't contribute to your Roth IRA anymore. But we're talking about the people who are on the lower end of income. Okay. And you can do this. Even if you don't max it out, you need to put something in there, because that's tax free money if you do the Roth. Once you go to pull it out at the age of 59 and a half. Then we talked about, now we also got to have that high yield savings account. Now that money's not just sitting in a regular savings account that's drawing no interest. We want to draw a little bit of interest. We need to find that out where that's at. I use Vanguard Cash Plus, and it's spitting out about 3.9% right now. When I first started, it was almost 5%. But it goes with the inflation. But you got to be able to have that life happens fund. You need to have that in place. And then you got the brokerage account, and I call it the Grow the Gap Fund, where if you want to slow down on working, you can start pulling money off of that, because you don't have a restriction on the age.